Evolution is Darwin's theory that organisms today came from one common ancestor and changed over time through a process called natural selection. Organisms who have traits that are advantageous to their environment will survive and pass on their traits to the next generation through this process. The beaks of Darwin's finches are one example of natural selection. The large ground finch's beak is long and blunt, which helps to crush seeds and fruit in its habitat. The cactus finch, which has adapted from the ground finch, has a longer and pointier beak that allows it to eat from the cactus flowers and fruit in its environment. Lastly, the tree finch has a short, curved beak that allowed it to snag the insects in its surroundings. Each of these finches have the beaks they have because their ancestors who had these beaks survived better in the environment and passed on their genes. Another proof of evolution are the transitional horses. All horses begin with Eohippus, a creature that is very small and has 4 toes. Mesohippus evolved from Eohippus and is a slightly larger horse with 3 toes and 2 pronged pointy teeth that adapted to eating leaves in the environment. Merychippus evolved from Mesohippus and has 3 toes with 2 smaller toes on the outer sides and slightly more blunt teeth for chewing grass. The final result is Equus, the modern horse with 1 toe and long rounded teeth for grass consumption in a grassy environment. Evolution is a principle that can be observed in the common DNA of all organisms on Earth. Humans share 98% of their DNA with chimpanzees. We also share 60% of our DNA with bananas. Humans even share 70% of their DNA with slugs. The similarity in DNA can be explained by the existence of one common ancestor who evolved over the course of millions of years. Evolution aids viruses in their survival as well. For example, when physicians sanitize everything in hospitals, it kills all bacteria except the resistant ones who pass on their resistant genes and create populations of bacteria resistant to sanitizers. Another example is how HIV viruses go resistant to drugs and used to treat them because a few viruses that are immune to the drug survive and reproduce. To add on, an annual vaccine for the flu is taken each year because strains of the flu evolved to be resistant to the vaccination and thus are slightly different from year to year. In conclusion, natural selection of Darwin's finches, transitional horse fossils, common DNA, and resistant viruses all support the theory of evolution! This is an educational film brought to you from my basement.